Alright, it's been a hot minute. Now we're back on GNX clone. Now that everything is dried back, you can see how nicely things look. Taken off all of the masking. I've taken off all the tin foil. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to start securing the brake lines. I sandblasted all the bolts and shot them satin black. And it's time to put in these fenders. And get this engine compartment ready. So, let me put down the camera and get at it. See you in a bit. Now that came out really good. Put this bar here to suspend the AC compressor, because I gave that a shot of some paint too. Both fenders are in. Now it's time for all the little fun stuff to start coming out. And I put all these brackets back on the firewall. This one, that's the one for the cruise control. Got that one for the rad. Got this bracket for the back of the firewall where the heater box is. So this is coming together quite nicely. But because some of these bolts are all rusted, I took them and got them sandblasted. And I'm now painting them satin black. And you can see the ones that I've already taken out and put back in the fenders. So these are the ones in question over here that need to be painted. Yeah, she's coming together. Looking really good. Now I gotta tackle the loom. Off to Racetronics I go. Get this loom all done and then secure everything back to the fender. Alright, now we put on some of the bracketry. That went on. And put on the bracket here for the power steering reservoir. Now in order for me to continue, I have to take care of this loomage. So I went to Racetronics, got a bunch of loom. So we're gonna start handling all this. I got the ones for these two lines for the AC and the stuff that's over here. So I'm just gonna start with the outside stuff so I can complete the fenders and on both sides, and then I can continue with the harness over here. See you in a bit. Alright, I got some loom happening. Now this engine compartment is starting to take shape. Mounted the relays over there, the map sensor and the ESC module. Mounted the bracket back there. Put the shield back up over there. And how I treat this is I wipe this thing down with Varsol and then I hit it with some brake cleaner and then use that same satin black on that to recondition it to make it look like it's new, because that's the only part that I cannot replace. And all of the loom now has been done on this side. This side is complete. And I did the loom on this side. Mounted the relays back. Put back in the wiper motor. So all that is done. The only thing that is left to do is just this part here, which I'm not too concerned about. Still shooting these nuts and bolts on the ground over here. Had to do these ones just now because anything that came off of this car had rust on them, so they were all glass beaded, and now they are all being painted, so it looks nice and clean under there. Also redid these ones here. Shot the AC compressor. Mounted all the hard lines back. So yeah, this thing is getting closer and closer. Got a couple hours more just to finish tucking up all the rest of the stuff under here, putting in the final bolts, doing the stuff on the inside of the fender. And then I'm going to start getting at the suspension pieces, cleaning those up. I'm going to put the cap for the rad here, I'm going to do this at the very end because I don't want to get this thing scratched. But man, look at that. That just looks so damn good. Yep, she's definitely taken shape. Definitely taken shape. I like what I see. This is the fun part, because now everything starts going back together, and the more and more you see the parts come back together, you see just how clean the overall engine compartment is. So let's keep at it. Back in a bit. Alright, we're back in action. So I painted the bolts and now secured the bracket back on. Put the map sensor on, the couple relays and the ESC module at the end. Plugged them all in. Have the harness all re-loomed over here. Put on the heater box plate. Painted those bolts too, so that looks good. So this side is all taken care of. All down in here. Now for this side, put back on the cruise control bracket. That's the one that I painted the gloss black. The bracket is back on for the power steering reservoir. I mounted the the evac pump back in the fender here. The relays are all mounted. This side has all been re-loomed. Mounted the relay back here for the evac pump. All that's nicely taken care of. Took off the line for this and re-loomed that. So that's new on there. Yeah, so now I gotta start focusing on the actual harness part. Get all this crap taken care of. It's all just dirty and ratty. So that is next. What else have we done here? Oh yeah, I've just finished taking the tape off of the AC compressor. That's all nice and cleaned up now. Also painted power steering pump down here. That's all nice and taken care of. All the lines are now secured back on the frame. All of these lines are already re-loomed. So yeah, I gotta just put some time in right now and get this part of it all cleaned up. But yeah, this engine compartment looks fan-friggin-tastic. Mark and Judy, you guys have yourself one hell of a beautiful engine bay coming right up. Look at that. Okay, let me get at this wiring harness and see you in a bit. And before I get to lumen this stuff, I always strip it down, take a brake cleaner and a rag, and I start cleaning these wires and stuff. Leave them in their individual strands. Make sure nothing is broken. Nothing needs to be fixed. And we start re-looming it. That's always my process when I'm doing stuff like this, just to make sure that everything is in proper condition. None of the pins are compromised. Nothing is cut. And then I'll take stuff like this individually and I'll loom it. Probably tape some of it just to cut down on the bulk. But yeah, there we go. Let's get this done. All right, here we go. This is all re-loomed. All nice. Now I got to do the ones starting at the starter. And it's funny, the stuff that you see once you start peeling back the loom. Look at this. All just exposed wire. Look at that one there. That's a good way to burn your car to the ground. So I brake clean these wires, and I'm gonna have to tape these up before I loom them. This one and this one, these are the ones that go to the fusible links. So that's part of why we do what we do. You can even see this one here. So yeah, gonna have to fix this before I loom it. These are the grounds for the back of the head. Not bad. Just re-loom those. Yep. Let's get at it. All right. This is taken care of. All individually taped. And then taped all as one big pack and then loomed. So the grounds. This damn engine compartment's thirsty as hell. I still got to get some more loom for this. I ran out. For these ones, also got to do it for the battery cables that are on the other side, and I got a couple that are over here that need to be re-loomed. And this one here is the old one. I got to re-loom that one. And that's and that wraps it up. Yep. That would wrap it up. And then what I have to start getting into is the suspension. I have to get all those cleaned up so I could mount something back on the frame again, because there's nothing on here. And then as soon as I get the suspension back together, I can slap the wheels back on this thing, and following that we start putting in the engine. I got to dress that up and get that ready to go. All right, well, that wraps up this video. Just marveling at this work. Beauties. Absolute beauties. All right, guys. See you on the next one.